Find someone who knows and understands the breed. Be willing to invest the time and the effort that it takes for this breed. Learn your standard. I am always surprised when I talk to someone who's new and I say to them, well, you know, the hock should be let down. And they go, all right, well, what does that mean? If you're going to get into the breed, any breed, not just this breed, but if you're going to get into the breed, understand the standard. Go to dog shows. Sit down with people who've been in the breed. Don't be afraid to say, I don't understand what this means. Can you explain it to me? Can you show me on a dog? Learn about pedigrees. Learn about the health issues in the breed. Take your time and don't expect to be an overnight success. Health issues, you should know about those. You should research them. You should know what's out there in the breed, and you should breed accordingly. So it's a long road to success, and it's not necessarily instant gratification. So if you're going to do it and do it right, find mentors. Talk to different people because everyone has a different opinion. You know, you might find somebody who thinks that this ear set is lovely, and you might have someone else who doesn't think that's quite the way it should be. So you have to talk to different people and then interpret the standard, as we all do, in a way that you think it should be, it is a guideline to how to do it, but you should learn how to breed for the standard.
I think it's critically important to have mentors, especially, well, probably, I could say that about any breed, but particularly in this breed, because there's so many things to know about a Nikita in terms of temperament and structure and why things are the way they are in terms of the way they look. There's a reason why things are the way they are. But if you don't have a mentor, who do you ask a question to? You can try asking another dog person, and that might help. But it's so much better to have someone who's knowledgeable about the breed that you're in, and in this case, Akitas, to help, I'm going to say, to help guide you in terms of what's wrong. You know, what's wrong in the middle of the night when my dog does such and such. My dog did this today. My dog didn't eat. My dog dropped his tail. And they sometimes do that. All of a sudden, you gave the dog a bath, and the dog drops its tail and acts like it's broken, and you can't get it up. What's wrong? Do I run to the vet? Or do I just call Sylvia because she's going to know? It's so much better to have a mentor who can answer those questions, whether it's about tail freeze, or whether it's about my dog is limping, or is my dog big enough to be shown, or why is my dog moving this way? And a mentor can tell you about pedigrees. They can teach you about breeding practices. They can teach you about how to whelp a litter. There's just so many things, including how to show a dog, how to enter a dog show, so many things that a mentor can help with. They can guide you, they can encourage you, they can tell you when you're completely off track. I honestly can say I wouldn't be where I am today in this breed had I not had mentors who took me under their wing and put up with me, quite honestly.
I would encourage people to look broadly for their mentors. I would encourage people to see the value that someone in Australia brings with knowledge of Lhasa Apsos, someone in Scandinavia, someone in Canada, someone in Mexico, to really understand that this breed is one that has touched every part of the world, and we want to keep it that way, and that's going to require worldwide cooperation. So plug in and lean in, listen, learn.
Find a good mentor. They are, the people who are going to help you with what to do, how to do it, where to find it, what you're doing wrong, what you're doing right. I mean, without a mentor, you're just like adrift at sea by yourself. And within the breed, get in touch with the National Breed Club. They usually have a list of members and can help you find somebody in your area who can go to dog shows with you, help you find your first puppy, and get you started and help you along your way.
Mentors are critical to the development of your eye, learning the grooming, learning the presentation of your breed, and doing the research on the different stud dogs or which way to breed. You need someone with a little bit more history in the breed and understanding and knowing the dogs and the pedigree behind yours and how to move forward from there.
I feel as a breeder, as a mentor, that it's my responsibility to educate people about the breed and talk about how great they are, their intelligence, their athleticism, and how they're really going to excel at a lot of venues above and beyond just being somebody's companion at home.
Get a good mentor and really go to nationals and just watch the dogs and spend time with a lot of different people, because everybody has a different viewpoint, and just see who meshes with you and pick that person as your mentor and run with it.
I did start with a good mentor, and that's who I got my first 2 dogs from. She was a wonderful person, very knowledgeable on the breed, and held my hand as I was learning. And I would just pack around with her to the dog shows, and trial by error, you get in the ring and you do stuff and you keep trying to do better because you keep wanting to do better. So
I think the best tip for mentors out there is be honest, not only with yourself and your breeding program, but be honest when people ask for your opinion. We always want to hear the really great things and sugarcoat them, but truly having a hard eye and being brutal sometimes is what we all need, because that's what's going to help us be better and truly progress. If somebody comes up to you all the time and says, "Oh, you're doing great," and you're continuing at the status quo that you are and not improving, you're not getting good mentorship. Those mentors should help build you up and make you better. And so I think being honest is really a key to good mentorship.
So a mentor should be somebody that you admire, that they are exceedingly accomplished, and that they can afford to enlighten you along the way. I didn't have anybody holding my hand throughout, So a mentor is a wonderful person to have. And if there isn't one in your breed, then I would recommend that you seek other breeds where their master breeders are still with them, and that you can learn a structure and movement, at least in a similar physique or a similar use as the Ridgeback. And that's what, if they're generous enough to impart knowledge, you can never stop learning.
Having a mentor is everything. Truly, I believe, and I'm on both sides of that. I have wonderful mentors, and I hope that I'm providing that same mentorship to someone else. I think that's really what makes or breaks you in this sport in general. And I don't care what avenue or venue you're playing in, having that support, someone that believes in you, and frankly, just someone that's been there and done that and can say, yeah, don't do that, or try this. We've had really good luck doing it this way. And truly having mentors maybe isn't always about mentors in the breed that you're in. It can also be people outside of the breed. I have a great mentor that is not into little dogs, but you know what? She provides some great insight that I don't always think about from a big dog perspective. And she and I really have some great candid discussions. And you know what? There's no harm in helping each other because we're not competing against each other too. But certainly having them in the breed is also important, because that's who you go to and ask questions specific about, well, how did this whelp, or what did this sire produce, or what did that pedigree look like 10 years ago? And so they really can be a valuable piece to your success and the success of any breed. I have always had more than one mentor over the years. I firmly believe surrounding yourself with stars makes you a star. And so I think your mentorships change as you grow and adapt and find people that maybe are more like-minded about you, but also people that are outside of your circle because there's always things that can be improved upon. And so I've always looked to those around me with more experience or just other ideals to bring in, because you never know what might work and what might not work.
I'm an AKC new exhibitor mentor. And I find a lot of people who have somebody to help guide them through the process tend to stay in the sport because they're not left to themselves trying to figure out what's going on and what they should do, etc. So from a breed standpoint, it's a very new breed. So you really do need somebody who has been in it for a while to tell you, you know, where to go pedigree-wise. Who are the people that'll work with you, you know, to help you get your breeding program up to snuff, if you will. Where to even find a decent puppy to buy, because they're not on every street corner, you know. So I think it's very important to have a good mentor.
I believe mentors keep us going in the right direction. You have to find the right mentor, as some people are too kennel blind or tunnel vision, where they don't see the whole picture. You need a mentor that takes things into consideration so that you can make wise decisions and looks at the dogs and not the owners or whatever. You know, you want to choose the right dogs for your breeding program and how to move forward.
My hopes for the future of the breed would be that the caretakers of the breed now mentor the new people who are coming along and pass on their knowledge. Because there's many people in every breed, including wire hair pointers, that they've been in the breed for 30, 40 years. And over that time, if you're active in breeding, you're going to gain a lot of knowledge. And it seems to me to be a shame not to pass that on rather than let everybody start over again. So that would be one thing I'd encourage the breeders to mentor new people that are coming along.
So I hope that perhaps juniors who are involved, who want to learn about this breed, will consider learning more about Akitas. I hope new people who come into the breed can be mentored by people like me who've been in the breed for a long time, who have a lot of knowledge who would love to give to younger breeders who will continue the breeding programs and continue to keep our Akita population healthy and strong and plentiful.
So listen to your mentor. And dear, I hope to God everybody has a good mentor, because that's so important, that you can talk to the person from whom you bought your dog, and they should stand behind it.
Too many mentors are a little bit overbearing, and people don't want to stray and start doing their own thing. So I think it's good to have a mentor, but you know, all mentors are not created equally.
As a breeder, we expect them to be the source of all things great. When they hand off that puppy, they're handing off usually years of their breeding program and years of their experiences. So they should be there as a guide, not only as to whether your dog is actually quality to go in the ring or issues you're having at home with your animal. We're there for you. I say I am there with a dog from birth to death. And that's the sort of help I hope that every breeder is looking to give, and I think they are.
But network with dog people. Don't just talk to 1 or 2 or 3 people, and go visit kennels with Malinois, meet their dogs, and meet the people that have their dogs, because you're hopefully getting a group of people who are a good resource for you.